Hello, my beautiful friends, and welcome to our nutrition boot camp call this morning, this afternoon, whatever. I know what time it is. It's fine. It's good. Hopefully you're surviving all this COVID craziness. I have no idea what week we're on now, and I'm just like, grateful for the sunshine and trying to soak in as much of it as I can get. I hope it's sunny wherever you are. And if it is sunny for even a minute, I hope you're able to get outside and enjoy some of it. Yes. Okay, so our nutrition boot camp call today is all about treats, not cheats. And I first heard that phrase in To Be Mindset. And I know like a lot of us are probably following Ultimate Portion Fix because that's what I'm following. And I know like your vibe attracts your tribe. I love Ultimate Portion Fix, so I probably have a lot of people on here who are following Ultimate Portion Fix. But I do have To Be Mindset as well. And I did that so that I could know about it, so that I could teach my people about it and they could pick what was best for them. But I personally follow Ultimate Portion Fix, but I 100% know that there's certain things and certain mindsets that I have when it comes to food that come from To Be Mindset and the things I've learned there. So I want to share some of the things that I've learned with you because I've kind of like created my own nutrition plan. I really haven't. I really follow Ultimate Portion Fix, but like I'll share with you what I mean by that. Okay. So in To Be Mindset, for those of you who are not familiar with it, she talks all about veggies most. That's one of the biggest goals you're supposed to do when following To Be Mindset. You're supposed to have vegetables most in your day. And nothing is off limits in To Be Mindset. You're just supposed to follow two bunnies. That's why it's called To Be Mindset, because she has like two bunnies. And there's 4 principles that she teaches you that are her 2 bunnies. And one of those bunnies is veggies most. And she talks about like, make your vegetables delicious. And they don't, I don't know, this hair is like distracting me. I'm sorry. She talks about like making your vegetables delicious, and you don't just have to eat a bag of raw carrots, and you don't just have to eat raw broccoli or steamed broccoli with nothing on it. Like throw in some minced garlic, throw in some salt and pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, grill it, whatever, like add whatever butter, seasonings, whatever you need to do to eat more vegetables. If you need to dip it in ranch, you get her done, girl. Like whatever. Yes, whatever you need to do to eat veggies most, do it. And she talks about like when you're having pastas, like switching it out and having zucchini noodles instead of pasta noodles, or having cauliflower rice instead of white rice, or whatever, like still having vegetables most in your day, but they don't have to taste gross. Like you can still have your delicious spaghetti sauce with your Italian sausage or your chicken sausage with it, or your meatballs or whatever, and all the spices and all the things. Just have it over zucchini noodles instead of over spaghetti noodles. And you can still have all your favorite Asian flavors and stuff. Just have it over cauliflower rice instead of white rice, whatever, those types of things. And I love that. And there's definitely times that I'm like, okay, how can I make this a little healthier? And okay, my family is having spaghetti. I'm going to make the exact same meatballs, the exact same spaghetti sauce, but I'm just going to get out my spiralizer and do a little zucchini with it instead of spaghetti. I'm going to make spaghetti for my family. I'm going to throw some zucchini in a pot for me to have instead. And we still get to enjoy the same meal, but I'm just able to have a little bit more vegetables with my meal. Yes. So I'm still following Ultimate Portion Fix as far as like, I know my portion sizes, I know my servings, I know my things, like, and I do those things, but there's a lot of like those little To Be Mindset principles, like I said, that I have married in, just because Autumn never really talks about those types of things. I'm sure she would, like if I followed her on Instagram and watched her stories and stuff, I'm sure there's somewhere something that she says something like that, but I've never really heard it from her. So I really loved that, hearing all those ideas for how to make your vegetables delicious from Alana. So I wanted to share that with you. I also wanted to share in To Be Mindset, she talks about treats, not cheats. You're not having a cheat day. You're not having a cheat meal. You're having a treat. And there's like a very different like mindset that comes when like, oh, I'm cheating. Like you feel bad. Like we've been taught our whole lives, like, don't cheat, don't be a cheater. Like cheating is bad, right? So when we have like a cheat meal or a cheat day, we feel like, I'm the worst. And then the next day it's like, whatever, I'm the worst. So why not just make it a cheat weekend or a cheat week or a cheat month or whatever? And it just like turns into this huge beast that you're like, crap. Like I was doing so good and I had one bad day and it turned into a bad month or a bad week or a bad whatever. You get the point. So when you're choosing to have a sweet or whatever, think of it. And if it helps you, say it out loud. Like, I am having a treat, not a cheat. And I'm treating myself. And like just having that mindset of looking forward to this, and it is a treat and it's a blessing because I've been so freaking awesome. I get a treat like a dog, right? It's okay. You give your dog treats when they're doing good things, right? And it's okay to give yourself a treat when you're doing good things. And I've seen like memes out there that are like, don't reward yourself with food. You're not a dog. But I'm like, oh my gosh. Okay. But food is delicious and food is a reward because sometimes foods are delicious, right? So just think of it as a treat, not a cheat. Yes. So that's another thing that I really tried to focus on. Like I'm trying really hard to be like super spot on with my nutrition with the containers because I'm on my postpartum journey. I want to get to my rockin' body as fast as I can. I want to feel great. And let's be real, like I do feel great in the moment. Like, and I look at myself and I'm like, you're amazing. Right. But I also know like when I do like side by sides of myself now versus where I was pre-pregnancy, I'm like, whew, I got a lot of work to do. Right. So it's okay to be like confident and happy with the body that you're in while also recognizing that you have work to do. Right. So this is not like a hate yourself and go after the actor and hate yourself all along the way. Like, nope. Love yourself all along the way, but it's okay if you admit you have work to do. Yes. So when I decide, like this weekend, it was Easter and I had myself some treats and I did not think of it as like I'm cheating or like, I'm going over on the containers or, oh my gosh, I'm the worst. Cause I've been there. I have totally been there. And I've totally had like the addiction to sugar, addiction to food and binge eating and all the things. Like I know where my mind can go and has been when it comes to food and messing up and not being perfect. And okay, now I might as well just eat a whole sleeve of cookies because I had one, right? And I will tell you, this concept and 2B mindset has totally healed my relationship with food, even though I'm not currently following 2B mindset. Just those little things that she talks about. And for those of you who don't know, the 2B mindset person, she is a dietitian and nutritionist, and she struggled with obesity. She had to start going to fat camp when she was 8 years old. And so just like knowing her story, especially for me, like someone who did struggle with binge eating and stuff, and like my family struggles with obesity and being overweight. And it's like, I just relate to her. Like I just get her. And I love that she's been in the trenches with us rather than like, I love Autumn. I always will. But sometimes I look at her and I'm like, of course you have like this freaking tiny rockin' body. Like you've never struggled with like, and I'm sure she has, maybe she has different sorts of struggles, but I'm like, you don't know what it feels like to be overweight. Like, cause I'm certain she never has, or else she would share or talk about those types of things. So I love Alana, and that's the 2B mindset girl, and just like the mindset that she comes from, and how if you do struggle with like binge eating or whatever, I would, even if you are following Ultimate Portion Fix, you love it, I would still encourage you to learn 2B mindset and learn Alana's ways, because like I said, she has helped me so much. And you can just like, this is not like a sales pitch or whatever. This is I know what it feels like to binge and to hateness. So you can have both. And if you don't want like all the materials that come with it, you can just pay to get the videos unlocked, and it's like super cheap and you have them forever. So I love that. And I also, so when it comes to Ultimate Portion Fix and following it, there's a lot of days that like I probably have a little bit too many orange containers or a little bit too many teaspoons. And you know what? I'm not really going to feel guilty about that because I need to have 6 servings of vegetables And sometimes I don't want me no 6 servings of vegetables. But when it comes down to it, okay, it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Am I gonna have some cucumbers dipped in ranch? And it's like straight up ranch. It's not, because Autumn says like only have dressings from the Fixate cookbook or from the Fixate show. And I'm like, to be mindset, no, like I'm gonna have me some ranch with buttermilk and mayo and garlic powder and parsley. I make it myself, so I know exactly what's in it, but I'm gonna have me some ranch, like real fatty ranch. Yes. And I'm not gonna feel bad about it. So that's all good right there. Yes. And but for me, when it comes to 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I can either have me some cucumbers with real ranch, or I can reach for the potato chips and the crap that's easier. So like, am I really following ultimate portion fix? Maybe not. Maybe you're like a stickler that you're like, no, you don't follow it, because that is not what she says. But to me, I'm like, hey, yo, this is my life and my lifestyle change. And I know that I can do that for life. And that is exactly what I did with after Holland to lose 45 pounds and after Alila to lose 40 pounds. So I know it works. And I know that even if I swap out my ranch for and not having Fixate approved dressings, I know it still works. Yes. And I still try to still have that orange container and just have a little bit. Or in To Be Mindset, she talks about like having it and watering it down so that it's a little less like chunky, and it goes a little farther to have less if you like water down normal dressings, but it still tastes delicious. So that's another like little To Be Mindset secret. Yes. So lots of awesome little tips like that in To Be Mindset. So like I said, I'll be real. There's a lot of days that like I'm having broccoli for dinner, yes, but it is not just steamed broccoli. Like I threw some butter on it. I threw some honey on it. Yes, I love to add honey to my vegetables. It makes it delicious, especially carrots. So good. All those little things just to make my vegetables a little bit more delicious. Yes. Another thing that I do is, like, technically an ultimate portion fix, like you're not supposed to have like dirty carbs, if you will. And To Be Mindset, you're not either. But again, this is my lifestyle change. This is, I want to be healthy for life. I do not want to feel like I'm on a diet. So I love Flaming Hot Cheetos. They're so good and so bad, but they're so good. And there will be times that I'm just craving them like mad, and I will have some, but I will have one serving and I will swap it out for a carb. If you look on the yellow list of Ultimate Portion Fix, will you find Flaming Hot Cheetos on there? It shouldn't be a surprise to you, but the answer is no. You will not find Flaming Hot Cheetos in the list of yellows that you can have in Ultimate Portion Fix. But I have them because I like them and I don't want to feel like I'm on a diet. And I had a really good friend who started doing this with me, and she was like, I checked in on her a couple days in, and I can't remember what it was. I think it was like the Fritos, like chili Fritos or something like that, that I was like, how are you doing? And she was like, I hate my life. I miss chili Fritos so bad. That I was like, girl, have some. And just have one serving and swap it out for a carb. It's not going to kill you. And this is not meant to be miserable. And lifestyle change, not diet. Yes. So if there's little things like that you're like, I miss or whatever, like, and I know technically Autumn says like, okay, you can have all like 3 times a week, you can swap out a carb for one of the recipes, and look at all these recipes on Fixate, and look at all these recipes on Fixate on Beachbody On Demand, and all these awesome healthy recipes. I just have a straight up chocolate chip cookie. Yes, it's not made special from Fixate, because I know myself personally, if I bake something, I ain't going to eat no one cookie. I need to buy it the day I want it, and I want it to be fresh, and I just am going to buy one because I don't want to have like a million. Yes. And if I bake them myself, I'm going to feel like, oh, I went through so much work. I can enjoy as many as I want. Yes. No, I'm going to buy them from the store. I'm going to buy one. I'm going to enjoy it. And it's going to be a normal chocolate chip cookie or a normal carton of ice, not a carton. I'm not going to eat a carton of ice cream, but a bowl of ice cream, of normal ice cream. And I'm going to swap it out for a carb. Yes. So there's a lot of little things like that I still do. I still have pizza. And I will only have, like, we make homemade pizza and we make the dough ourselves. So the crust is really thin. So I'll have 4 slices and it's not like greasy and gross and nasty. So you're like 4 slices, whoa, chubbo, like they're small. And I just count it is if it's a meat-based pizza, it's 2 carbs and 1 protein. If it's a cheese-based pizza, it's 2 carbs and 1 blue, which stands for healthy fats, right? And depending on what we add, typically there's not enough vegetables to count it as adding vegetables. And sometimes I'll do teaspoons if we add stuff like balsamic vinegars and stuff like that. But typically I just have it. I'm a meat-based pizza girl. So typically I just count it as 2 carbs and a protein. If you're having Little Caesars, 2 slices is 2 carbs and a protein, right? Like, are those things on the Fixate or the food list of approved things? No, they're not. But if you're trying to make this a lifestyle and not a diet, I give you permission from one who has followed this program for 4 years and lost now what? I don't know. I can't do the math while I talk, but like close to 100 pounds this way. Because I lost 45 and 40, and I've lost at least 15 with my daughter. I'm not sure. Honestly, I haven't gotten on the scale because I don't like the scale. But that's another reason why I don't like To Be Mindset, because that's one of the principles, and I can't get on the scale every day. It's not good for my mental health. So I'm going to read the chat real quick. So Jordan says, I do the same. I kind of marry both programs to fit my nutritional needs. Yes. Laura says, I'm excited to read her program too and see what I can learn for sure. Laura is referring to Be Mindset, right? Yes. Okay. Yes. Jordan says, To Be Mindset has a lot to offer, and she's very relatable for sure because she's been there. Got to make veggies taste delicious with seasonings. My kiddos eat a ton of veggies because they taste good. Balance makes it so much easier to stay. Amen. Amen. That's the thing that I love about these programs is like, you can make it work for you and your lifestyle, and making it a lifestyle and not a diet. So anyways, Laura says, yes, teaspoons are my struggle. I can eat a ton of veggies, but yes, I'm going to have real ranch or olive oil on them. Yes. Or butter. I love butter. It's so good. And Jordan says, on track rather than eliminating all your favorite foods. Yes. Lifestyle change, something that we can do forever. Yes, and Laura said, yeah, I definitely don't save my yellows for my wine when I need it. Laugh out loud. Yeah, I know you're supposed to save yellows for alcohol too. I personally don't drink alcohol, but I'm sure that would be a struggle if I did, for sure. And Jordan said, amen. Have the chocolate chip cookie. Laugh out loud. For real, for real. Just the straight up dang chocolate chip cookie, the way it's meant to be had, right? So that's all I got for you today. But I just wanted to share that with you. And I'm going to call this video Treat, Not Cheat, because our Flaming Hot Cheetos, cheating, maybe. But I just look at myself, I'm treating myself. And if I have that, I'm not having all 4, I don't even know how many carbs I get. I think I get 4 carbs. Not all 4 servings of carbs are Flaming Hot Cheetos every single day, right? Like, no, that maybe very rarely. And like, sometimes, yes, I really like ramen, like the 18-cent ramen from Walmart, y'all. Like, I don't know what's wrong with my taste buds. Sometimes I have like teenager taste buds, and that's fine. But like 1 packet, can I tell you this? I just try to do the math. Like, if it's 100 calories and the biggest thing on the nutrition label is carbohydrates, then I've definitely counted as a yellow. And 1 serving of carbs is equal to about 100 to 140 calories. Yes. So if there's 140 calories in it, that's 1 carb. If there's 150, I count that as 1.5 servings of carbs. Yes. So ramen has 380 calories in 1 package. So can I have some ramen? Yes, but I have to count that as 3.5 carbs. And so that, if you heard me, I only get 4 carbs a day. That means I only get a half a carb the rest of the day. So I have to really want that ramen, right? But that's how I look at it, right? So I can still have it, but I have to make the sacrifices in other ways so that I don't gain a whole bunch of weight or maintain, because I'm trying to lose, right? So So that's just a little bit of tips and tricks for you if you're like looking to make this more of a lifestyle and want to heal a little bit more of your mindset when it comes to food, not diet, not diet, not diet. Yes? So I love you. If you're on the recording, I hope this helped. Peace out. If you're on live, stay on live. We'll chat for a sec, and I'll see you guys next week.